Cursed be, I'm gonna read verse 7. It says, "Cursed be their anger, for it was fierce, and their wrath, for it was cruel. I will divide them in Jacob and scatter them in Yasharallah, in Israel."
But like the captain said, they shut that island and they divided as hell. You know, they look different, and even though some of them look the same, when you mix and mingle them, they treat each other different. The Dominicans look down on the Haitians. You know what I'm saying? So they definitely divided. You know.
I had a precept, Genesis chapter 34 and 20. It says, "And Hamor and Shechem, his son, came unto the gate of their city, and communed with the man of their city, saying, These men are peaceable with us. Therefore let us dwell in the land and trade therein. For the land, behold, it is large enough for them. Let us take their daughters to us for wives, and let us give them our daughters. Only herein will the man consent unto us, for to dwell with us to be one people." But the Lord didn't want us to be one people. Right. It says, "And every male among us be circumcised as they are circumcised. Shall not their cattle and their substance and every beast of theirs be ours? Only let us consent unto them, and they will dwell with us." You want to keep reading the breakdown? Yeah, so that's the importance of marriages. That's why you're really supposed to marry within your nation, because your inheritance can go to a stranger, other people, you know, and you can lose your power and authority. That's happened time and time in history, and these Hamites knew that they were going to be able to do that, you know, but the Lord didn't have it happen like that. That's why the Lord put the Spirit on them to kill them. All right, going back to
that 30.
verse 30.
Yeah, verse
okay,
30.
Like Genesis chapter 34 and verse 30, it says, "And Yaakov said to Simeon and Levi, Ye have troubled me to make me to stink among the inhabitants." So for people who didn't read the whole thing, they went and slaughtered those, when they were circumcised, Simeon and Levi went and slaughtered all of them in their weak position, you know, their weak state, because of what they defiled our sister. All right, it says, verse 30, "And Yaakov said unto Simeon and Levi, Ye have troubled me to make me stink among the inhabitants of the land, among the Canaanites and the Perizzites. And I, being few in number, they shall gather themselves together against me and slay me, and I shall be destroyed, I and my house. And they said, Should he deal with our sister as with an harlot?"
Yeah, that's what they could. Yeah. Yeah, so that was a big no-no. You know, allowing that to happen. We couldn't let that slide. We couldn't let that stay. Oh, it's okay. You know, we'll let them go.
That's why that was it. That was wild. That was wild. That's why Jacob rebuked them. They could have all killed. They could have killed us. We were small in number amongst the Canaanites.
Yep.
And that was a prince too.
Yeah, that was a prince.
Yeah, crossed over.
Yep.
Cons. Going back to Genesis, the 49th chapter and the 8th verse. Shalakia. Yeah, the 8th verse. It says, "Yehoiada, Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee." Verse 8 of Genesis, the 49th chapter. "Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise."
Yeah, because give me Zechariah 9 and Yeah, Judah was the first tribe of so-called American Negroes beginning in New York City. This is where the whole truth, movement or awakening of the dry bones started with. That's why the praise is going to begin with Judah, and then also it's evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah too. Hebrews 7:14.
The elders of One West was some of the tribe of Judah, Southern Kingdom. Yep. You thought it was elder Alabama.
Right.
Zechariah chapter 9, verse 12. "Turn you to the stronghold." Zechariah 9 and 12. Oh, come.
Yeah, because that's Judah was a big part of the whole 3 days and a half prophecy. very imperative role in this whole awakening. Them coming here on slave ships at the time that they came, up until the time that the awakening started. Yeah. I think Albert Bivens was a Judite, if I'm not mistaken.
Just a couple verses. Zechariah chapter 12, verse 7. The Lord also should save the tents of Judah first, that the glory of the house of David and the glory of the inhabitants of Jerusalem do not magnify themselves against Judah.
Yeah, that began first with Yahushua, who was Judah, and then fast forward 2,000 years ago over here with the Israelites that began with Judah. You know what I'm saying? So-called Negroes, African Americans.
Come. This is Genesis. This is the book of Genesis, the 49th chapter, and the 9th verse. Judah, Shlaki, verse 8. Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies.
And Judah is also the lowest. Can you get Deuteronomy 28:68? Judah is the lowest tribe here. You know, because what would the nation say when they look at us and see, oh, y'all been here for how many years? Y'all still can't get ahead. Y'all still can't do this. And we get treated the worst systematically. You know, we the most discriminated against, the most hated, the most liked at the same time, right? But we have the most opposition and the most envy. Because even other tribes can come here and build businesses and come together and have neighborhoods, but we can't. We have been here the longest. We have the least. Now you do have little sprinkles of Negroes that get rich, that come up, that succeed. You know, but man, collectively we all hurting, man. You know. Bring that up on the show.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Yep.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. Yeah. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
Yeah, who came here on slave ships?
The 12 tribes. Well, no. It was Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, right?
Yeah, Southern Kingdom.
Gone.
They came here on slave ships. Because where did they come here from?
Jerusalem.
No, where did they come here initially from on the slave ships?
We was in Africa, correct?
What part? Help them out.
Just think geographically. Don't think about the map.
West Bank. West Coast.
West Coast. We was scattered all over the West Coast, right?
Right.
We ended up there from Jerusalem. Because
Right.
we ended up leaving Jerusalem and then going into Africa. And over time, we just kept migrating and populating and going west. The Spirit was moving us west so that we can come here. Can you get Jeremiah?
Modern day Nigeria, Congo.
Senegal.
That's why the Nigerians, they got a couple of tribes. You got the Igbo, which is in their language saying Hebrew. It's the Igbo is another one. The Shantis, but it's But basically, these are they knew that they were Hebrews, man.
They still call themselves,
You know?
like
Mm-hmm. And then they also had a term called Negro land. Everybody know about Negro land? But that was that region of basically Western Africa. I believe before it became Nigeria, it was considered that land.
Kingdom of Judah sold maps at the label Kingdom of Judah.
Say that again?
I say certain maps from the Renaissance era, they have that considered that labeled as the Kingdom of Judah.
Kingdom of Judah,
Yeah. Sometimes it'll say Weta or Whita, but it's the same thing. Phonetically, it's the same thing. So go ahead and if you ain't got that way, you can go ahead and
But Judah, if I may say, Judah being the head tribe, got the brunt of the punishment, man. You know, so that was spiritual too. That Judah got his ass kicked, man. So the Southern Kingdom got it the worst. But then, like brothers going into a 350-year period of where basically Lord removed His Spirit from us. You know, then the truth flourished through Judah. You know?
It came through Judah first. Yep. Truth came out of Harlem, New York. This is the history of it's true that the Lord is dealing with the nation of Israel, these 12 tribes that the brother is breaking down.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and verse 33. Thus said Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast, and they refused to let them go.
When did this happen, everybody? When did this happen?
It's here.
That's here, right now.
And I was thinking that the precept of the Northern Kingdom, or when I was in the pool in my mind, I was thinking 2nd Ezra 13 talks about the migration pattern from
Yeah.
Yeah, because the 10,
No, you got it.
the 10 tribes came here first, and then the southern kingdom, Benjamin, Judah, and Levi came there afterwards. So now we're fulfilling that today because we're all here getting our asses kicked together in unison.
And when did they come over here? When did the 10 tribes come over to the Western Hemisphere?
after the Assyrian captivity.
No, it was
After-ish, like from that.
During.
during.
We get the pattern from King Solomon's navy mentioned them going back and forth, and then you can put the year and a half timeline of one way trip to 3 years. You can do the math.
Yeah, they took that way.
Yeah, right.
They knew the way to go because it was part of King Solomon's navy,
Yeah,
which was
the vast navy of his wisdom
which
and
was our
wealth.
ancestors, which we
It's awesome.
took those trips and they knew the way. So history and history does seem vast too, but at the same time, history is really like the dash on a tombstone. You know, it's literally that small because it's the creator created this thing.
Didn't Christopher Columbus use the Apocrypha too to get over?
Yeah, he did. And of course, he had the Hebrew translators come over across. But like the brother went into the history, our history is documented, man. You know, because Esau, they always go into what they say, Japheth got the fucking bearing straight, and they say Japheth, or what? Yeah, they say Japheth had a bearing straight. They built a fucking bridge over to the Americas, and then the Northern Kingdom, that's them. Y'all heard that, right?
Yeah,
I used to hear about the Asians.
Yeah, they
The
say,
Asia, or is it Moab, Japheth?
they say that it was fucking ice. They went through some fucking ice all the way over the ocean. This is bullshit.
Yeah, right. But they'd say that the Northern Kingdom, they derive from Moab or Japheth or whatever. But they had there was a strait but that's lies, man. But the history, the facts is what we're going into, which is it's documented, man. We ain't seen when people say, Bible fairy tale, and well, what about these different? Because you mentioned the Assyrian captivity. It was during the time of the King Hosea, right? But there's plenty of other kings that we can go back and document, and they're on Wikipedia. So now what? But it's documented history, man.
Yes, sir.
You got it.
Let's get it.
Come.
You continue.
Yeah, in continuation of Jeremiah, the 50th chapter, in the 34th verse, it says, their Redeemer is strong. Yahweh of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon.
Ooh, he redeeming the tribes of Israel through Judah. The Redeemer is the Messiah. All right? He's redeeming us through the Messiah, through who came through Judah. That's how you know also that he wasn't a son born to the Holy Spirit. He was a son born to a man who descended from Judah. Joseph came out of the loins of Judah. All right? Continue. Go to Jeremiah.
Genesis, the 49th chapter, in continuation of the 8th verse, it says, thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies.
Yes, sir.
Thy father's children shall bow down before thee.
Yeah, Judah's going to be the most exalted tribe. Yeah. Go ahead. Every knee shall bow. Yahweh Shai. That's right. And 144,000, King David included in that number. That's right.
Verse 9, it says, Judah is a lion's whelp.
Yeah.
From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down, he couched as a lion, and as an old lion shall rouse him up.
Yeah, Judah used to be hella active back in the 60s. You know, you had the whole Black Power movement. Judah was making a lot of noise. You know, protesting, burning shit down, riots. Muhammad Ali saying, I ain't going to fight the white man's war. You know, but when you fast forward now, Judah done kind of, they're like they kind of lazy now. They'll go out and protest here and there, and you know what I'm saying, and knock a window out here and there, but they ain't doing nothing. They gonna go back to work in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Oh well, whatever happened to Black Lives Matter? You don't hear them niggas anymore. That shit dead.
Yeah.
You know?
Soros will fly him out on the next killing because it's summertime. And matter of fact, somebody, some black woman just got shot by the police. It ain't made the news yet. You know what I'm talking about? It ain't really hit the news yet, but it's gonna get out there.
He's already charged with murder. It's that bad. He's charged with like 3 counts of murder.
Policeman?
Yes, it's that bad.
Okay.
It's that bad.
Yeah, it's gonna
Because the other cops, the camera was on. He turned his off, and the other police accidentally recorded everything he did. And then they were trying to cover it up, and so the grand jury saw it, and they're like, we have to arrest. It's that bad, and they're gonna release it on Monday, supposedly. Yeah, he's already charged with murder.
Yeah.
First degree murder.
Yeah.
That's what they're charging with.
Yeah. See, but Judah is a couch lion. It's an old lion that's stubborn and lazy. It needs a little bit more nudging. It needs more arousal. I was gonna say that. Go ahead. Read that.
Con. Verse 10, well, I'll read verse 9 again. Judah's a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art going up. He stooped down, he couched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up?
Yeah.
Verse 10, the scepter shall not depart from Judah.
Because right now, we're the old lion right now that will, not us. I ain't including us with these other Negroes. But right now, they that old lion. And Esau is about to, this whole political climate that we in, all of that shit is about to unfold to Judah being roused up. You understand? Because the economic conditions are there, the political conditions are there, and people just don't have that much give a damn left in them. It's about to go down. Let's get it.
Verse 10, the scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come.
Yeah, a scepter is like a staff for the king. All right, we're royal people, man. Just like the brother right here got the crown on Judah right there. You understand?
All of us got lions on
Yeah, beautiful. So I'm guessing all y'all Judah.
there.
Judah deep. All right, go ahead. And Yahweh it begins with Yahweh, who's the top Judite. Go ahead.
Verse 10, it says, the scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet until Shiloh come, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be.
Who was Shiloh, DeMar? Shiloh is Yahweh. All right, Shiloh means tranquility, peace. He's known as the Prince of Peace. You know, we have peace with the Father through the Messiah. All right, he's the mediator. He has us looking good, you know, through him. You know, as long as we, stay doing what we're doing, we're gonna be in good graces of the Lord, man. Lord will. Go ahead.
Yep.
So
And
we
that's
waiting
a
on his
cut
coming.
to the Old Testament Israelites. Because how did they break that down? It's talking about Yahweh Shai. That's in the Old Testament.
Right. And it says, if I may add to the brother, just to emphasize the latter point, it says, until Shiloh come, it says, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be. So we're only going to be gathered through Yahweh, not any other way.
Through the gathering of the word. That's why he's known as the word. The word is what's gathering the tribes. This is why Ezekiel 37 said, take that stick and make all the tribes one. All of us are coming together under one banner, under the lion.
Yep.
All right, from the tribe of Judah.
You can link that. You can link that in Revelation, where he says, "You shall rule with a rod of iron." You know. Yep. You got it.
That's that scepter.
That's the scepter.
Yeah, which it goes to the kingdom. The scepter, not only literal, but also the system we're gonna set up. These people ain't gonna be able to get ahead, just like Israel was not able to get ahead in their captivities or in their kingdoms.
Yep. In continuation of Judah, in verse 11, it says, binding his foal unto the vine, and his ass coat unto the choice vine. He washed his garments in wine, and his clothes in the grapes, in his clothes in the blood of grapes.
Yeah, I think it's a precept in Isaiah that's
Yep,
similar to
yep.
that
You
too.
know that precept.
Isaiah 63.
Everybody know that precept? Read it again.
Come. Yeah, brother, you wanted to grab, I'm gonna read this again. Verse 11, it says, binding his foal unto the vine, and his ass's coat unto the choice vine. He washed his garments in wine, and his clothes in the blood of grapes.
Yeah, Isaiah 63 and somewhere around the top.
That's just how.
Travel that wine press.
Yeah,
I said travel the wine press.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, yep. That's it. Yep.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 63, verse 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with thy garments from Bosra?
That's also telling you how it sounds when you come back in the time when you saw Edom. See?
Yeah.
Come on, now we here. Go ahead.
Who is this that cometh from Edom with thy garments from Bosra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength, I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Wherefore art thou red in thy apparel and thy garments like them, or like him that treadeth in the wine fat?
Yeah, because he's not coming back to meet the earth and the Edomites as a man this time.
That's right.
You know, and then I think that also links up with in Revelation, maybe the 19th or the 14th chapter. And the 14th chapter goes into the harvest being ready. You know, him coming with the sickle. You know, let it reap for the harvest is right.
Sharp sickle.
A sharp sickle. All right? So you gotta love it when the Lord come back, man, because the Lord is coming back in the fierce anger of his Father. You know, he's that arm that's coming back to bring that judgment on the earth that this earth is desperately yearning in need of.
Yep.
You understand?
Second Ezra 13.
Second Ezra 13, yeah, he coming with the flame of fire when he opened his mouth, and the nations were scared and yet durst fight.
Yep.
I have a question.
In continuation,
So that sharp sickle is not talking about us. It's talking that also is going in harvesting Esau, because there's another. Isn't there another sickle that's harvesting the grapes?
Well, I would say when you go into it, when you read Revelation,
Right.
it be talking about the gathering of the people first, then that when you read
That's
down,
it.
then it goes to like
There's two
gathering
of
the
them
nations for
off. Yeah,
destruction.
one of them is us, and then one.
Yeah, one, the other one going to the other
That's
nation
what I
for
was
destruction.
We can go into it.
Yep.
Get
Focus up.
Revelation 14. Revelation 14. Yeah, this is Joel 3 too. Revelation 14.
You got the blue letter?
Uh,
You got the blue letter?
yeah, I know how to pick up.
Because this right here.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 14, verse 15. And another angel came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, thrust in thy sickle and reap, for the time is come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe.
Now, what's the harvest of the earth? Anybody know? Harvest of the earth?
Like, basically,
With second Ezra 9 and 22. So,
like the time where like all of the prophecy is fulfilled, and it's time basically to like just destroy Babylon.
Yeah, I mean,
that's good.
The four corners, everybody getting the elect getting beamed up, right?
Ultimately, yeah. Ultimately, the harvest is the elect. The elect are like, get 2 Ezra 9. 2 Ezra 9 and 21.
I got it. Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 21. It says, and I saw and spared greatly, and have kept me a grape of the cluster, and a plant of a great people. Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain.
Plant of a great people. When you read Isaiah the 5th chapter, we're also likened to a vine. So the Lord is using all these similitudes and metaphors dealing with farming. And so the Lord is coming back and metaphorically yanking us up out of here before this place gets destroyed. That's basically what he's saying.
That's why it says,
Filling up their legs.
where it says,
Right.
the ass is connected to the choice bond. Yahushua's labor is toward the elect. Again, the choice bond is talking about the elect.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Well, in that same chapter, Revelation 14, the harvest, like the brother just said, the end of the world.
Matthew 13.
Yeah, because admitted that is the elect being saved, but also we talk about the destruction of the people. 2/3 of our people and these other heathen nations.
Yeah, that's where it says in verse 22, I back it up again, verse 22 again. Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept in my plant, which is the elect. It says, for with great labor, can I read Genesis again real quick? I'm going to read this.
If I may say, real quick, the elect, really both answers, you can say both answers are correct because the elect being saved, the 2/3 being destroyed, simultaneously the elect being saved. So it's really, they go hand in hand. But you got it, brother.
I'm going to read verse 22 again, and I'm going to go back to Genesis. It says, let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain, as the brother said. It says, and let my grape be kept in my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect. So going back to Genesis.
Yeah, and that's talking about the elect. Now in Revelation 14, this is talking about the 2/3 of the other heathen nations. Right. Because if you read down, it goes into how the Lord's going to destroy them for the transgressions and the wrath that He has against them. So this particular chapter is talking about the destruction of people that's not in the courts of the Lord, like it says in Revelation chapter 11.
Around 13:8.
I was going to read this Genesis real quick. Again, Genesis chapter 49, verse 11. Binding his foal unto the vine, and his ass is caught, which of course was his labor, unto the choice vine. He washed it, then he goes until he washed his garments in wine, and his clothes in the blood of grapes.
Yep. So continue making that on this is more.
Going back to 2nd Ezra, yes. 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 22. Let the multitude perish them which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept in my plant, which is the choice vine. It says, for with great labor have I made it perfect.
Yep, that's why because I think Yahushua was giving a parable on that Matthew 13 when he was talking about the harvest being in the world.
Yeah.
So that's why at the end of the world, the Lord is going to make that speedy salvation so that the elect of this seed line don't perish in the rest of the world and the Lord judgment.
Then I had Joel, the 3rd chapter, the 13th verse, going to the verse talking about the church. This is Joel chapter 3, verse I actually started at verse 12. It says, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, or Jehoshaphat. It says, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for their wickedness is great.
That's
So-
the one right there.
Yeah, so when the nations start getting geared up for World War III, we close to getting delivered. That's how you know we at the dead end of this thing, because what did Trump just say the other day? Talking about World War III is such a great threat. World War III. The Lord is about to get ready to make a speedy salvation real soon. Man. We at the end of the world, y'all. We're at the end. All right, good.
That's pretty much it.
Okay.
You want me to continue to Revelation 14?
This is
No.
we go back to Genesis 4.
Yeah, you still put it in. Oh, and to add to that too, Judah, we gonna put in the group chat, Rowan, it's an encyclopedia that's called Rowan International. It goes into the word Negro. Goes to show you what the meaning of it was way back before 1834. Because the book was established around the late 1800s. But to make a long story short, they knew that we ruled over there at the medieval times, which goes chronologically with what their brother's saying is right. They knew that we was over there in West Africa. It says the Negro is the image of God, and one of the definitions of the word Negro, and that is encyclopedia.
Which is second?
makes sense, though. All the iconoclasm they did, it makes sense.
This is Isaiah, Isaiah chapter 34 and verse 5 and 6. It says, "For my sword, which is also that sickle tool, shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment." Verse 6, "The sword of Yahweh is filled with blood. It is made fat with the fatness and the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of kidneys of rams. For Yahweh hath a sacrifice in Bozrah and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea," which are the Edomites, the self-proclaimed white race, all right, America, NATO, EU, all right, Turkey, so on and so forth. Those are the Idumeans. And that sword, mainly those intercontinental ballistic missiles, which is the part of the Lord's sword, is going to come down upon the heathens, man. All right, and in the Valley of Decision, which is in the Middle East. So,
We can go ahead with Genesis. So we don't went into Simeon, Levi, Judah, and Reuben.
Okay, I got it. So like, it's called the Roget's, R-O-G-E-T, International Thesaurus. It's like United Encyclopedia. It says the word Negro or colored person, black, blackamoor, Jim Crow slang, U.S., darky, Sambo, ebony, all core, the image of God. See, they know.
Yes.
They know our history. This is literal fact. Right here.
That's that proverb and byword curse, man. Look at all that shit, man.
It matches up with the scriptures that we do.
Darky,
Yep.
Sambo.
Another one, y'all brothers know about the classic one, Zondervan.
Oh, yeah.
Zondervan, or him, distinguishes it says not the Negroes.
yeah, this is the last portion of Judah. Verse 12, it says, "His eyes shall be red with wine, and his teeth white with milk."
Yeah. Although it was a wine drinker, by the way. Go ahead.
Yep. Verse 13, Zebulun shall, pardon me, verse 13, "Zebulun shall dwell at the haven of the sea."
Yeah, Zabalawan means dwell, which is so-called Guatemalans to Panamanians, which is Guatemala is right under Mexico, from right under Mexico down until Panama, which is right there by Colombia and South America. So Central Latin America. So basically, Central Latin America. That's the tribe of Zebulun, and read the prophecy again.
This is verse 13. "Zebulun shall dwell at the haven of the sea."
Yeah, because that's a major port for goods to go through different places. The Panama Canal. We got the Panama Canal there, which has made transportation of goods from the United States. It pretty much excelled it, because prior to that Panama Canal, ships would have to go all the way around western United States, all the way south down to the Horn of South America, wrap all the way around to get up toward New York and all that stuff. But now they can just go down to Zebulon land, Panama and all that, and just cut through the canal and go straight up. All right, so that's why it's a haven of ships, as the scriptures, the prophecy is saying. That's how we know that these are the Zebulonites.
It says, "And he shall be for an haven of ships, and his border shall be unto Zidon."
Yeah, a lot of business, a lot of commerce go through that safe haven, which is the Panama Canal. And our people, the point is, our people are willing. They've been staying over there before all of that happened with that. And that's according to the prophecy, the scriptures.
Yep. Continue on.
It's about spirit. It's not about ancestry, bloodline, or whatnot. It's all about the spirit. Our spirit, the Holy Spirit bear with us with our spirit to be able to check it and Most High. So, yeah, our priest Ariel made the sign. He was in the spirit because the spirit of the breath of life came into him. It's like scripture says.
I was going to say the scripture testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. Is all that what he... it's like verse 14, going on to Issachar, it says, Issachar is a strong ass, couching down between two burdens.
Shashakar, the so-called Mexicans are the tribe of Issachar. They're strong ass, meaning they're hard workers, and they couch down between two burdens. The two burdens are the United States of America, then you have Central America. So Mexico, Issachar land is right in between those two. Right? And again, they're hard workers. Issachar means he is hired. You know, everybody know about the work ethic of the Mexicans. Everybody will hire a Mexican. They'll go down to the Home Depot and come on. You already know you're gonna get a good deal. You're gonna get some good quality work.
Go in every kitchen in damn near America. Every kitchen is
Sushi.
Yeah, hey, well, the Moab spot. The Moab, it be fucking Issachar back there.
And they're going in too.
They're hired for everything, man. You can find them. That's been a long tale associated with them for a long time, man.
They're going into Mexico too. They're going to run into that ass couch down.
Yeah, that's the sound from Mexico.
Statue.
They make it up.
The spirit hit him and gave him an epiphany of what was the meaning of that donkey. With the two burdens of those on the east side of the donkey, Issachar walking beside it. That's really referring to making itself known to the men of the Lord. Yeah, because a lot of people don't know what the meaning of anything is really these days. We got Google and whatnot, but don't nobody really pinpoint out what is actually in front of us.
That's the spirit.
Especially the spirit.
Yeah, because I think a donkey is like a good work animal. Certain animals are good for like working, like the camels, the donkeys, the asses and shit. Like certain animals are like work animals. Horses, they're good for battle.
Brave too. Donkeys are brave.
Yeah.
We used to ride on them in battles.
And then look at the shit Issachar be doing. Issachar be way up here on the windows. And
Yeah, the only one, bro. Ain't no crackers going off of those up. Nah, shit.
They also
Now
stubborn.
you be on the cherry picker, man.
Yeah, I'm stubborn.
Yeah, stubborn. Issachar is stubborn. It's true that they don't want to come into this truth, man. Issachar is a strong ass, couching down between two burdens, and he saw that rest was good.
we saw that the land of Mexico is a good land. And they got a lot of produce out there. They got a decent climate. They're right on border with the United States, which it all pretty much is the same old land anyway, because the United States was a paradise at one point. Before Esau came over here and fucked it up.
Yeah, they also always take naps every day too.
Yeah, work and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah, they be chilling on break hard. They break.
That's in their spirit. Yeah. It says, and he saw that rest was good in the land, that it was pleasant, and bowed his shoulder to bear, and became a servant unto tribute.
Eventually, Esau done conquered their asses, man. Ain't none of the tribes free, man. None of us. We all in captivity. Judah and Israel are oppressed together. All right, go ahead. Because who you had come over here? You had the Spanish conquistadors under Hernando Cortez. Hernando Cortez, he came over here and conquered the Mexicans. That's why they speak Spanish.
Aztecs, the Mayans, going back to the Spaniard and whatnot. They made, because they was already going against each other, but it wasn't like on the level what Esau had. At least Jacob lived that day. Jacob knew they had borders and stuff like that. But Esau, he made peace treaties with Jacob, and he still conquered Jacob. He made us go against each other. He was switching on sides and whatnot, and Jacob just bugged out, but that's part of that falling away.
And it all with each other.
Verse 16, Dan shall judge his people as one of the tribes of Israel.
Dan is Don, he's judge. And
Verse 17, Dan shall be a serpent by the way, and an adder in the path, that biteth the horse heels, so his rider shall fall backward.
Yeah, Dan talking about their military strategy. And the thing about Dan, it's not a whole lot in the scriptures about Dan.
Man's mystery.
Yeah, it's a big mystery on Dan. And you have, I think Bishop Nathaniel said something about the Danites are, he knows who they are. But we don't teach that we know who the Danites are because they're not on the chart because in Revelation the 7th chapter, it makes no mention of the tribe of Dan. You know, it makes mention of all the other tribes except for Dan.
Well, verse 16, Jacob said that in verse 16. He said, Dan shall judge his people as one of the tribes of Israel. So,
Dan was a judge. Samson, he was part of the tribe of Dan.
Yeah, we'll wait and see.
yeah, Dan not going to be noted. That's why he's not really one of the 12 tribes. But hopefully all Israel
They ain't gonna come back. Yeah. Because it wasn't. If it wasn't meant to be written, it wasn't meant to be.
So basically, Dan is amalgamated amongst all the tribes. They kind of just mixed in
Yeah, I say
with all the tribes.
tied in with the rest of the tribe,
Yeah.
basically.
Just like Judah's son, one died because the other was supposed to have his brother's seed because he didn't get his woman pregnant. Yeah. Well, it's the same thing with Dan. Just gonna see what Dan fall in line at after he delivered from his hellhole currently.
Continue on. It says, verse 18, I have waited for thy salvation, O Yahweh. Verse 19,
That's what we're doing too. Go ahead.
Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last.
Yeah. God is troop. That's the Hebrew word for troop. And Gad is the so-called Native American Indians, which they got a whole lot of tribes themselves. So we just say Native American Indians. I stayed in New Mexico for a little while, and I was around the Navajo Native American Indians. They just like us, man. They was on all type of nigga shit, man. All type of nigga shit. Rims, twerking, hanging out, parking lot, pimping, smoking weed, talking shit. You know, Jordans. You know, so yeah. And the Native Americans were overcame by guess who? Esau. Esau came, conquered them, took them down, made treaties with them. With over 400 some treaties with Gad, the various Gadite tribes, and broke every last one of them. Andrew Jackson.
Yeah, he's the president of the United States.
You know, and Gad was at peace. Like, hey man, let me show you the way. They showed you that in Brother Leffy. He mentioned 1492, Christopher Columbus, that movie. You know, Christopher Columbus came over here and took that kindness for weakness and said we can take it. And here it is, Gad just over here chilling. But at the end of the day, the Lord stirred up the Edomites to come over here and judge Gad because Gad was over here living wickedly. So
Not only that, prophecy mainly had to be fulfilled. It's all about the Most High story. Esau had to come over and conquer, just like reading the curses and the prophecies of our forefathers in Genesis chapter 49.
yeah, because Esau had to come over here and establish Babylon the Great. You know? And then he had to bring the other tribes over here. So, because we probably wouldn't have ended up over here if Esau didn't bring our ass over here.
No, hell no. He deported millions. We wouldn't, that had to be before to the Lord.
Yeah. So,
It says, Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last.
yeah, because you got Gadites waking up to this truth. And there's Gadites in the camp, Gadites all over the place, man. Waking up. That's how you gonna overcome him in the end. Overcome him in the end.
Verse 20, it says, out of Asher. Verse 20, out of Asher his bread shall be fat.
Yeah, Asher Ashar is that's down there with Venezuela, Colombia, and what's that? From Colombia down to yeah, from Colombia down to Uruguay. Yep. And then what's the prophecy? Can you get Deuteronomy 33 and 24?
Out of Asher, this is Genesis chapter 49, verse 20. Out of Asher his bread shall be fat, and he shall yield royal dainties.
Yeah, so those South Americans, you know, the top of South America, I like to point out geographics, but his bread shall be fat because this is a tribe that has a natural resource in oil. You know, oil and iron, by the way. Corn, you know what I'm saying? And then they eat good, they have these carnivals, you know, these different festivities like Mardi Gras and all that, that comes from them. Amazon rainforest.
Yep.
You know, and Asher, one of the main lands of Asher is Brazil. You know, Brazil comes from the Hebrew word barazal, which means iron, and that's one of the they're one of the highest number of iron exporters in the planet. They export a lot of iron because it used to be known as Terra de Brazil, which is land of iron. Okay, you know, barazal, iron.
The word Brazil goes back to the root word. Check Deuteronomy chapter 33, verse 24. Deuteronomy chapter 33, verse 24. And of Asher he said, let Asher be blessed with children. Let him be acceptable to his brethren, and let him dip his foot in oil. Thy shoes shall be iron and brass, and as thy days, so shall thy strength be.
Iron, brass, oil. Some of the top oil exporters are in South America too. Mexico is included in that, but it's a lot of oil and iron that comes out of South America. And that's a part of the prophecies of what Asher would have in the last days. That's how we can link that up.
Jake lived longer over there too in those societies.
Yeah.
Because of the resources and their lifestyle, which is not a Western civilization lifestyle.
Yeah, everybody know Brazilians are fit. You know, they got nice bodies.
Soccer, all type of sports that Jake be into.
Yep.
Especially over there that's outside of the nation of America.
Asher means happy. But like, so they're basically based on what y'all doing today, and they got good substance. They happy.
And Jake trying to go passport. Jake's trying to go out there now to be happy. We're trying to go to Colombia, Brazil.
And they was happy thousands, I would say centuries before Esau came over there and exploited and raped Spaniards and Portuguese.
So we'll go ahead and close there. So yeah, I thought I was gonna be able to get through the whole thing, but maybe next week we'll go ahead and close that. Man, pray was an edifying sermon. And closing when it end this account by giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh. Alongside leadership, the apostles, the elders, the great millstone. Until next time we say, Shalom.
Shalom.